But let's get across to Dr. Arondu Namdi. He is the General Secretary, Association of Resident Doctors for APSUTH. He joins us on the line this morning. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. Well,
good morning, Chairman.
Yeah, so just tell us, one of the demands was about remuneration for APSUTH. What is the true picture?
As we speak, we are currently being owed 20 months salary arrears. And the problem we have is not just the 20 months, but the way in which it's being paid. For instance, in May, on 9th December 2020, we received 2 months salary arrears. The salary arrears was meant for May and June 2019. The government skipped the whole of 2019 and now went over to July and August 2020. Then the next salary that was paid came with another different narration for January 2021. So the way the salaries are being paid, excuse me, the way the salaries are being paid is very confusing. And aside salaries, poor working conditions, low morale, lack of accreditation, and all that.
But some time ago that you had meetings with the governor.
Yes.
Was that right? What happened? What was the outcome of the meeting?
It was actually a courtesy visit by the president of NMA, Professor Innocent Oja, to the governor, telling him about the plight of her members. The governor there promised to pay APSUTH's workers 6 to 9 months and fix the roads leading to the hospital within 6 to 9 months. Ever since then, we've just received, since November 2020, when the president of NMA came, till now, we've just received 3 months salary arrears. As a matter of fact, as of the time the professor came, we were being owed 17 months. Now it's 20, meaning nothing is being done about it.
I'm wondering, Dr. Namdi.
Yes.
I want to believe that your association, are having consultations with the state government. Is that correct?
I didn't get you.
I said, is your association talking with the state government at any level?
We've met with the government at all levels. We've met with the Commissioner for Finance, we've met with the Commissioner for Health, we've met with the Head of Service, we've met with the Governor. And the promises, we've signed several agreements. They've always been telling us, we know we are owing you, calm down, you will receive your emolument. But they are dealing with human beings who have families, who can't even pay. Imagine it, okay, we lost a colleague in January and we are contributing just for the funeral. The family can't even plan for his funeral. We just opened the GoFundMe account just about 1 week ago. Schools no longer accept doctors. When just before I entered medical school, I thought being a doctor was a very wonderful profession. But from what I'm seeing, I'm surprised.
What would you say that the state government has told you that's remotely responsible for why they have not been able to pay you for almost 2 years?
Well, they have been making promises like, go in 2 days, you receive alerts. 2 days becomes 2 weeks. 2 weeks becomes 2 months. Nothing comes. We've always been waiting. We've always been hoping. We want to work. We are used to working. But the issue is that the government doesn't really want to tell us the truth. They don't care. They keep accusing us that we don't generate enough funds. Ideally, running a government hospital is not meant to be a revenue-generating agency. Consultation fee of 350 naira cannot be enough to pay professors, to pay doctors, to pay hospital staff. We don't only render healthcare services. We teach, we conduct research and all that. So I wonder how the government expects us to generate money. Where do we generate that from? Is it the 350 naira consultation fee that you pay in seeing, assuming you're meant to see 12 doctors, the 350 naira covers you from seeing the house officer to the professor in the hospital.
So when you say that the government telling the truth, they're just saying we're not generating enough revenue, what for you is the truth?
Well, it is the job of government, it is part of government's corporate social responsibility to give health care to the citizenry. Not only health care, education, good roads, pipe-borne water, and all that. So for government to now say we are meant to generate funds, we are not a bank, for crying out loud. If we were even a bank, it would have been a different thing altogether. Now, telling us to start generating funds, how? There is no, of the 76 tertiary health institutions in Nigeria, even as big as UCH in Ibadan is, UNTH in Soka is, they don't generate enough to pay their salaries. How come ABSUT is being expected to generate enough money to pay itself? It's not possible, it's not feasible, so it means, I don't know, they don't want to pay.
It's a state university, isn't it?
Pardon?
Is it not a state university?
It is a state university teaching hospital.
Was it designed to be a commercial venture? From your own understanding of the setting up of ABSUT, is it a commercially viable setup, or it is a school?
Actually, from the name ABSUT, teaching hospital, medical students who enroll into ABSUT do their clinical training in ABSUT Aba. Now, I don't really know. I'm not part of the management staff, but some revenue come from ABSUT to teaching hospital. I don't know what the sharing formula is, but apart from healthcare delivery, the teaching, the research is also part of the roles of the hospital, and all those functions cannot be performed while still expecting profits.
Okay, so clearly you sound like the government has been saying you guys need to make money, make profits to pay yourselves.
That's how they sound every day.
Oh dear. So when last, just to be clear with the facts, when last did you receive payment?
We received payment January.
And was it for January or for the arrears?
No, they said it was for January this year.
Okay, so January 2021.
Skipping the previous 20 months, like I explained earlier on, skipping 8 months in 2019, skipping 10 months in 2020, and then jumping over to 2021.
And even in 2021, you've not received for February and March, am I right?
No, we haven't.
Okay, because, I mean, one of the aides of the governor put out a quote from the governor saying that this December alone, that's December last year, we have earmarked the sum of 1.8 billion naira for the commencement of the offsetting of arrears of salaries owed to workers in some parastatals, and ABSUT was one of those parastatals. So it seems the government has set aside money. Do you have an idea what is holding that back?
Well, I believe these are all statements that will come to be used in Nigeria. We've gotten used to this kind of statements, and that's what kept us waiting for our salaries up till now.
Dr. Erondon Namdi, we do thank you very much indeed for your time this morning.